Okay, when we talk about drone equipments and maintenance, why do we think that we need to do a maintenance part of it? Do we really require to do a maintenance for drone? What is the reason? What could be the reason?
So that it should work properly.
Correct. Basically, we are trying to see that we are maintaining the drone thoroughly because it is always going under lot of stress, lot of functionality. It is, it is not a device which is just at one particular place. Like जैसे हमारे घर में टीवी है, उसका इतना मेंटेनेंस नहीं करते हम लोग, या फिर हमारा फ्रिज है ना, उसका इतना मेंटेनेंस नहीं करते. लेकिन वॉशिंग मशीन, बिकॉज इसमें पार्ट्स मूव होते रहते हैं, राइट. तो वॉशिंग मशीन या एयर कंडीशन है जिसमें वो that cooling happening, that there is a fan flowing, all that mechanical parts जहाँ पे mechanical movements होता है, those equipments would require regular maintenance. टीवी का हम लोग इतना मेंटेनेंस नहीं करते, कार का नॉट सॉरी कार फ्रिज का इतना नहीं करते, बट सडनली मिक्सर का हमको करना पड़ता है, राइट. और फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन एन हाउस लाइक वैक्यूम क्लीनर है जिसमें मैकेनिकल पार्ट्स है, सम मूवमेंट, सम वाइब्रेशन, मोटर इज इन्वॉल्व, देयर नॉर्मली वी विल डू द मेंटेनेंस. सिमिलरली लाइक व्हाट वी डू फॉर आवर कार और बाइक. हम लोग जब भी कार लेते हैं या कार यूज करते हैं तो रेगुलरली इन 6 months or a year time we normally do our regular maintenance. There are two types of maintenance. One is regularly yearly maintenance and one is day to day maintenance. Like जैसे हम लोग कभी भी लॉन्ग ड्राइव पे जा रहे हैं या जा, तो नॉर्मली विल मेक श्योर दैट फ्यूल इज filled properly, water is filled, air brakes are being checked properly, everything is smooth and oiling, especially before the rainy season हम लोग mostly servicing करके लेते हैं कार का या फिर बाइक का and all that things, so that it doesn't break or have issue during the rainy season especially. Okay, so similarly our drone also required lot of maintenance. One is day to day maintenance, regular maintenance, one is comprehensive maintenance. Okay, so depending upon what is been defined by your OEM, accordingly we will be doing our maintenance, but there is some regular pattern way we have to do the maintenance of our drone. Okay, so regular usage may result in wear and tear of unmanned air vehicle, thus requiring regular maintenance check. So every time you are going to take a flight, you are going to do some maintenance check. Okay, some pre-flight checks you are going to do. So comprehensive maintenance has to be performed after every 200 flights or 50 flight hours. This is similar to your car. आप जब भी नए कार लेते तो क्या होता है, फर्स्ट सर्विसिंग has to be done within period of 1 month or maybe 100 kilometers. Okay, whatever earlier. अगर एक महीना अगर आप 100 किलोमीटर ड्राइव नहीं किया बट अगर एक महीना कंप्लीट किया तो भी आपको सर्विसिंग के लिए आना है. और इफ यू विद इन 7 days you drive 100 kilometers, so immediately after 100 kilometers you have to take your car to service center. Okay, so whatever earlier 200 flights or 50 flights hours. तो अगर 200 बार आप ड्रोन ऊपर नीचे टेक ऑफ लैंडिंग किया तो करो, या फिर 50 फ्लाइट आवर्स, दैट मींस 50 आवर्स यू हैव फ्लोन ड्रोन्स. लाइक एक बार टेक ऑफ किया 15 मिनट, हाफ एन आवर, यू फ्लाई किया, डाउन किया, है ना. लेट्स से योर फ्लाइट टाइम ऑफ एवरी ड्रोन इज 30 minutes. तो 30 minutes मतलब every 30 minutes you are having one take off and one landing. Okay, so that means that one flight will be there. So one flight, 2 hours. Okay, so like that you can see 50 hours will be like almost like 100 flights. So even though you are not crossing 200 flights, in 100 flight itself you are completing your 50 flight hours. Okay, so you have to take your drone for comprehensive maintenance. Okay, this comprehensive maintenance either you can do on your own if you are trained and certified for that, or else if you have a AMC warranty, you have to call your OEM to do the comprehensive maintenance of your drone. Regular your flights, normal every time you are taking a flight you have to do pre-flight, as well as whenever before you take off your drone you have to do something called pre-flight. Every time you land your drone you have to do post-flight. Okay, so certain parameters you need to check. Okay, probably post-flight and pre-flight are same, because after the post-flight next time you are again going to fly, so you have to make sure that you check everything before your flight. Okay, so also during the in-flight also there is a checklist. So in-flight also you need to monitor certain parameters. This I will tell you about in-flight during our practical session, during our flying sessions. But pre-flight is like checking what are things before flight, when the drone is on the ground, what are the things you need to check. Okay, then maintenance checklist and manuals with standard operating procedures. So basically you have to follow whatever your OEM is giving you the checklist. Okay, the OEM might have given you the checklist, but not necessarily you have to limit to that checklist. Anything, something missed out, something you feel you are important, you can always add to that checklist. Okay, it's not, don't limit कि ये checklist में इतना ही बोला है तो I will only check these points. Yes, you have to check those 10 points what is being mentioned in the checklist. But if things something which you feel is important to be checked, you can always amend or add to that checklist. Okay, nobody is stopping you from that. You cannot delete it, but you can always add to it. Okay. So what are things in the checklist is covered? One is the structural inspection. So first is the structural inspection. You are actually checking the structure of the drone. So clean the airframe of mud and dirt, inspect the airframe for cracks, check for any loose screws, check propellers for damages, check propeller for spinning, check motor for debris and obstructions, check wirings, solder joints, check gimbal and camera lens is clean, check landing gear condition, inspect antennas. Lot of time antennas possibly fold होते हैं drones में, तो वो आपको जब फ्लाई करने के बाद उसको प्रॉपरली ओपन करना है. कभी कभी वो ब्रेक हो जाता है, टूटा हुआ रहता है. सो व्हेन यू टेक अ फ्लाइट, वो फ्लाई तो हो जाएगा बिकॉज दैट टाइम योर ड्रोन इज वेरी नियर टू यू. आप फ्लाई करके उसको दूर लेके जाओगे, यू विल लूज द कम्युनिकेशन. That will be loss of drone also in that scenario. Crash हो सकता है आपका drone. You may not be able to communicate with the drone. Loss of remote communication with the remote and all that things could happen. Check control station. Even your control station जो आपका remote है या GCS है, उसका भी control station का check करो. Sometimes wire connected नहीं रहता है, निकला हुआ रहता है, टूटा हुआ रहता है. When you are transporting your devices from one location to another, because your drone is in store, your control station is in room, your controllers are in room, everything you are taking from the store and bringing it out in the field, right? So in this motion or this movement, lot of time can go bad, faulty हो जाए. एक time one guy dropped our remote control, तो वो एंटीना पे गिर गया, तो एंटीना ब्रेक हो गया, there was a crack. So we just ignore that point in time, but we started using, we later on found that we are having some problem when we are communicating it. तो हमने देखा कि वो एंटीना खराब हुआ था, we immediately ordered a new antenna, we replaced it. It started functioning properly. Okay, so never ignore even minor defects, minor problems, minor issues. Okay, it can lead to bigger issues later on. In aviation, it is very clearly instruction. छोटे सी छोटा crack, छोटा सा छोटा missing item should not be ignored. Okay, this is a rule of aviation. So drone maintenance checklist, then battery checks, inspect charger, visible damage, inspect battery packs for bulge or leakages. Make sure you charge all the batteries. Do not use half charge batteries. Okay, make sure whenever you are taking a flight, your batteries are 100% charged. Okay, don't use half charge batteries. Okay, first flight, when you are taking a first flight, you are continuing your flights, that time your battery will decrease. Okay, you have to make sure you have to following how much battery acceptable limit है, वहां तक ही आपको यूज करना है. मोबाइल जैसा मत करना कि हम लोग मोबाइल यूज करते हैं तो देखते हैं ओके अभी 10% बाकी है, तो चलो ठीक है 10% है अभी, तो कीप ना. ऑल ऑफ सडन 0% कभी होता था, मोबाइल ऑफ हो जाता है, राइट. कभी कभी बात करते वक्त भी 10% का बीप देता है, थ्रेशोल्ड पे आता है तो बीप देता है. हम देखते हैं कि अरे 10% आना, तो वी माइट टेल अरे मेरा बैटरी डाउन हो रहा है, 10% बाकी है. But we keep on talking and all of a sudden बात करते करते आपका हुआ. तो you can't do this thing in drone. If you are around threshold or before threshold only, like my threshold for my drone is 50%. So I will not fly drone beyond 50%. Okay, 50, 45 तक, actually 40 है, but to be safer side we say 50%. Okay, so beyond 50 we do not fly. कभी कभी 50 का 45 तक हम लोग यूज करते हैं, but definitely not after 45. After 40 जब 45 तक आता है तो हम लोग ड्रोन को लैंड कर देते हैं और बैटरी चेंज कर देते हैं. सो डोंट गो बियॉन्ड थ्रेशोल्ड, डोंट ट्राई टू गो नियर टू द थ्रेशोल्ड आल्सो. ओके, क्योंकि थ्रेशोल्ड तक जाता है तो क्या होता है, द ड्रोन विल गो इन इमरजेंसी प्रोसीजर्स. ओके, सो इट विल बिकम ऑटोमेटिकली ड्रोन विल ट्रिगर RTL और RTS segment. Okay, so software firmwares you need to make sure that they are up and running. In type certificate this is not allowed. because DGCA doesn't recommend that whatever the certified firmware or the control station softwares are been defined, you cannot upgrade them because those are been tested and certified for that particular drone. So you're not supposed to update. Okay, but a lot of people have faced problems because of this, and people have written back to DGCA to consider this point and saying that you should always maintain अपडेटेड बिकॉज पॉसिबली जो ड्रोन का फॉर्मवेयर या सॉफ्टवेयर हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं उसमें कुछ बग हो सकता है विच कुड हैव लेटर ऑन ऑब्जर्व्ड और इनकॉर्पोरेटेड ओके ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. सो आपको उसको कुछ पैचिंग करना पड़ेगा या फॉर्मवेयर या सॉफ्टवेयर अपग्रेड करना पड़ेगा वेयर यू रेक्टिफाई दोज बग्स इन योर सॉफ्टवेयर और फॉर्म. But DGCA is not having that background of IT and all the things, so they do not understand things. So as of now, they are saying no for this. But eventually, the people are writing back to DGCA and asking about this, and probably we have a couple of discussion around this with DGCA on this. So DGCA said that we'll have a look into it and we'll have some change in the policy around that. Okay, and then finishing up is basically keeping track of your maintenance report. So whenever you are doing a maintenance of your drone, whatever changes, whatever things you do, you update it, or even your maintenance, you found everything good, mention. Okay, propellers good, motor good, no nut bolt faulty, structure proper, landing gear proper, batteries are good, everything, whatever firmware software you have, mention. You maintain a report whenever you do a maintenance checklist, because this is very important. because जब भी आपका ड्रोन क्रैश होता है तो बेसिकली आपका इंश्योरेंस कंपनी भी आपको पूछेगा कि लास्ट मेंटेनेंस रिपोर्ट दिखाओ, तब क्या करोगे? तभी तो आप मेंटेनेंस रिपोर्ट नहीं बना सकते हो ना. So they will ask you to show the maintenance report. Okay, so normally you need to have a maintenance report, and that needs to be signed by the accountable manager of the organization or maybe the responsible person in the organization. It's not just कि मैंने as a pilot maintenance report बना के रख दिया. You have somebody responsible person also has to validate or check it. There should be a process. Like you are making following the checklist, but somebody has to validate that checklist also. The third person has to validate and acknowledge that you have done this checklist. So stamping करके, date sign करके. That is how you need to keep your maintenance report. In a large firms, large organization. Like हम लोग IT में भी देखा रहेगा आपने, या फिर any other organizations. There is a regular maintenance cycle is defined. Every 3 months they will check the instruments, documents, as well as the equipments in data center and all that things, right? Even normal हम लोग घर में AC का भी maintenance करते हैं, regular equipments, whatever we do regular maintenance. Like especially the movements of the parts जहाँ पे होता है वो equipments का हम लोग regular maintenance करते हैं. जैसे घर में हम लोग AC का करते हैं, washing machine का करते हैं, maybe sometimes we do mixer also, because those are the having motors and moving parts. Okay, so how do we do structural inspection? Over the time drone will gather, because in the field you are flying the drone, right? So there will be lot of air the push hota, you will see lot of dust rise. Okay, so that is a possibility where the dirt might go inside the drone components, motors, electronics items, all those things. Yeah, even body पे भी dust accumulate हो जाता है. So though it might look very simple, but even 100 grams of dirt can cause sometimes some problems also. So overall मैं बोल रहा हूँ ड्रोन के ऊपर, lot of people who fly agriculture drones, उनको पता ही नहीं रहता है कि पूरा dirty हो जाता है. Even landing gear पे dirt, mud and all that things are there. Don't clean. Regular continuous जो flying करते रहते हैं ना, sometimes they ignore it. But when we were actually doing agriculture projects, we had made a mandatory that every day, end of the day, the pilot or co-pilot or whosoever it is have to make sure that they clean the drone. Irrespective of that, next day when they are having operations, it needs to have a clean drone in front of them. Okay, either they do end of the day or maybe before the operation. So it is always advisable to do end your day with cleaning of your drone, and then you store your drone inside your car or store wherever you are keeping your drone. Okay, over the time drone will gather layers of dirt from the rigor of flight, transport and storage. कभी-कभी even you store. जैसे मेरा ड्रोन जो था 1 year it was lying in a store. Okay, when we were not doing operations, like we stopped the operation at Dhule airport. From Dhule to bringing the drone to Igatpuri, it took almost more than a year. So 1 year the drone was lying there ideally in the store. जब मैंने वो ड्रोन इगतपुरी लेके आया, then I saw it was lot of dust was accumulated on, the very fine dust. So I got it cleaned. I brought the vacuum cleaner. I brought the brush. I get it cleaned. The उसके propellers सब damage हो गए थे, खराब हो गए थे over the period of time because of weather and all the things. तो वो propellers मैंने सारे change कर दिए. All the 6 propellers I got it removed and changed, replaced with the new propellers. Okay. So battery pack has to be disconnected. मेरा battery pack जो first battery pack है original जो आया था, you can see, you can recognize by looking at the battery itself कि वो बैटरी पुराना है करके, whereas the new batteries are, you looking at the difference. I want you to see them practically, so that's why I'm not disclosing what is what, but when you see you will tell me about it. Okay. Use air dusters in combination with microfiber cloth, remove most of the dirt buildup. Care has to be taken while dealing with the sensitive electronic components. Okay, some electronic statics, wristband, that wristband you put it, isopropyl alcohol for cleaning the motors, compressed air dusters, or blower also you can use. Okay, so there are some vacuum cleaners which has multifunction, like it is not only creating blower, but it can be not as a vacuum cleaner, but it can be also used as a blower, or you can take a separate small blower also to clean your drones, and use anti-static cloths or small cleaning brush also, because there could be some location where you cannot put a cloth or anything, or anything, you have to use a small cleaning brush for it. So check, inspect airframe for crack. So important what I said, even the smallest crack can cause critical problem if left unnoticed. So this is a rule of aviation, that even smallest problem, smallest crack should be documented and should be get rectified on time. Don't live with that problem. Okay, so rectify that on time. During the routine maintenance, check each component carefully and make note of damage you find. So whenever you are running your checklist, if you find anything problem, make a note. Make sure that note is visible to the person who is auditing it, and it gets rectified before the next flight. Okay, that is your job. Okay, so don't hesitate to put remarks in the maintenance. If you feel there is a problem, there is a problem. Okay, you will be safe. You will be safeguarding yourself on your activity and your task. Okay, every component should be securely tight in place during the maintenance repair. Double check the fastening bolts. Don't over tight. A lot of times हम लोग कोई component change कर देते तो हम लोग tight करते हैं, ज़्यादा tight कर देते हैं. So that can cause the cracks. Like you can see here, there is a crack. Okay, because of over tightening of nut bolt. So don't over tight. Don't put stress when you are normal. जितना चाहिए उतना ही tight करो, ज़्यादा tight मत करो. Okay, propellers are the only component which goes through lot of stress, lot of movement happens with that, so they are probably to get damaged very fastly. Okay, so dirty, chipped, cracked, these propellers should be removed. If there is a dirt, get it cleaned. If there is a break, cracks on the propeller, you should immediately replace. Okay, inspection of the cracks, proper fitting of props to motor. Unintended cracks can lead to mid-flight failures. अगर क्रैक है, टूटा हुआ है, क्रैक दिख रहा है clearly, you should not take a flight. You should immediately replace those propeller, because क्रैक क्या होता है फ्लाइट में, वो स्ट्रेस की वजह से टूट सकता है. अगर टूट गया तो क्या होगा, सडनली आपका ड्रोन अनबैलेंस हो जाएगा, आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल हो सकता है, क्रैश हो सकता है. तो डोंट टेक दैट रिस्क. ओके, so double check the type of propeller. So as I told you yesterday when I was talking about the motors are marked with the directions. Similarly, the right direction, right propeller has to be. अगर आपका clockwise motor है तो उसके ऊपर clockwise propeller ही लगना चाहिए. Okay, and then when that location requires a clockwise motor, you have to make sure that उसमें clockwise motor ही लगना चाहिए, उसमें clockwise propeller ही लगना चाहिए. So double check the type of propellers when before taking the flight. Check for smooth spinning of each propeller. You have to spin the propeller by hand. Okay, so that you need to see whether smoothly move हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, या because of the dust or small fine dust particles, dirt जाता है ना मोटर में या इस पे, तो थोड़ा सा friction, you can feel the friction. So you always clean that dust from the motor by either using blower or air canisters. Okay, check state of wirings and solder joints. अगर आपका ऐसा FPV जैसा ड्रोन है, any drone where the soldering joints are visible, just make sure that you check them. Okay, if there is any loose, कभी के weather dry की वजह से weather की वजह से dry solder हो जाता है आपका over the period of time, and you lose the connection या connection break भी हो जाता है. वो solder joint जो किया हुआ रहता है over the period time, वो dry होने के बाद because of weather impact, climatic impact, वो निकल जाता है उसको. It happens sometimes that also. Okay. So make sure that is clean. Again, motor, अगर मोटर में आपको लग रहा है कि there is some friction is happening, you can open the motor provided you are aware of how to do it. If you are not aware of it, don't do that. Call for technician or for specialized person who knows how to do it. Or you can refer by doing, but then you are doing it on your course because your drone may be under warranty or AMC. So if that is under warranty or AMC, always ask for the engineer to come and do the thing. So for our drones are under warranty and AMC. So normally I never do it, only except changing the propeller, the basic thing. But अगर कुछ internal है, software related problem है, anything is there, I will always log a case with the OEM. The engineer will visit my place and he will do necessary check. He will do the test flight and everything, and then certify and say that now drone is in good shape. Okay. Earlier, like couple of batches earlier, we were facing one problem. हम लोग drone को flight लेते थे ना. After flight लेने के बाद automatic drone was going in RTL mode. थोड़ा टाइम पिच फॉरवर्ड करते तो ऑटोमेटिक आरटीएल जाता था, ड्रोन लैंड हो जाता. तो वी वर सेइंग भाई दिस वाज हैपनिंग विद इनिशियली दैट ये हो रहा होगा, लाइक समटाइम्स होता है कभी कभी, ओके, ड्यू टू सम रीजन. तो हमने एक दो बार इग्नोर किया, बट देन इट स्टार्टेड हैपनिंग कंटिन्यूअसली. द मोमेंट वी टेक द फ्लाइट, थोड़ा पिच फॉरवर्ड करते थे, ऑटोमेटिक आरटीएल होता था. सो देन आई सेड ओके दिस इज समथिंग प्रॉब्लम. आई ट्राइड टू टेक द हेल्प रिमोटली फर्स्ट, बट देन वी कुड नॉट फिगर आउट व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम. देन आई सेड ओके आई एम लॉगिंग अ केस ऑफिशियली, please send the engineer to verify and do everything. So वो आया, चेक किया, सब कुछ किया, and then he certified. He took the flight and then it was good. Okay. So structural inspection again for all, camera unit है, landing gear है. Like yesterday I talked about it, spring loaded है, hydraulic loaded है, landing gears are there. So whatever is there, you should make sure they have a smooth movement, smooth functionality or normal functionality, whatever. Lot of times your landing gear will also have a rubber rollers, okay, just to safeguard the metal part of it. थोड़ा rubber cushioning होता है उसके ऊपर. तो कभी कभी over the period of time multiple landings होता है आपका, up and down 100 landings किया तो वो rubber worn out हो जाता है. Lot of people order, जब आप order करते हो तो आपको एक rubber matting नहीं मिलता है और rubber rollers. You will get 4, okay, whatever is required, 4 or 6 you will get it. तो normally क्या लोग सोचते हैं एक worn out हो गया ना, मैं निकाल के एक ही change करूँ. But then again your drone will be uneven. So when you are changing those rubber rollers, you have to make sure you change all the 4. Okay, don't compromise over there. Change all the 4. Okay, because even others are more or less, they are also worn out. Okay, so don't make uneven position for your drone. क्योंकि नया वाला कैसे थोड़ा अच्छा कंडीशन है. दोनों like टायर, फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम लोग कार का टायर है, like फर्स्ट हम लोग जब कार परचेस करते हैं आफ्टर 3 years 4 years और 5 years of use, हमारे टायर वर्न आउट हो जाते हैं. कभी कभी एक टायर ज्यादा वर्न आउट जल्दी हो जाता है बिकॉज अनबैलेंस के वजह से, राइट. तो एक टायर जल्दी वर्न आउट, तो हम लोग देखते 3 साल हो गए 4 साल हो गए, मोस्ट ऑफ द टायर्स आर ऑल वर्न आउट. तो अगर पॉसिबल है, इफ इट इज टू मच, लाइक एक पर्टिकुलर टायर बहुत बार पंक्चर हुआ है तो हम लोग एक टायर चेंज कर देते हैं, रिप्लेस कर देते हैं. बट इफ इट इज अ वर्न आउट पीरियड, 4 years हो गया 5 years हो गया, तो नॉर्मली वील रिप्लेस ऑल 4 टायर्स, नॉट 1 टायर एंड रिमेनिंग 3 हम लोग बाद में. तो लोगों का कोई हैबिट रहता है, मैं अभी एक टायर चेंज करता हूँ, फिर 2 महीने बाद एक टायर चेंज करता हूँ, फिर 2 महीने बाद दूसरा करता हूँ, 2 महीने बाद तीसरा. यू शुड नेवर डू इट. दैट विल अनबैलेंस योर कार ऑल्सो. एंड आप ड्राइविंग में आपको वो फील भी होता है ना, कार आपका ड्रिफ्ट होता है लेफ्ट या राइट पे. तो दैट इज नॉट एडवाइस. तो आप सभी क्या करते हो, आप व्हील बैलेंसिंग के लिए लेके जाते हो, बट ये नहीं देखते हो कि आपने टायर एक अच्छा है और 3 पुराने हैं. तो दैट इज कॉजिंग योर अनबैलेंसिंग पार्ट. Okay, so तभी wheel balancing is not a solution. It is basically the tire worn out is cause. You need to understand that from perspective, right? Structural inspection for antenna, ground control station we discussed, like in antenna अगर कुछ break है, ये है. When you are operating your antenna, it should be always open, straight, pointing towards the drone and all the things you should make sure. Okay, so this is what important. Transportation के टाइम पे, folding के टाइम पे कभी कभी एंटीना टूटता है, ब्रेक होता है, फॉल्ट हो जाता है, क्रैक हो जाता है. सो इफ यू फाउंड दैट काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम, यू शुड रिप्लेस दोस एंटीनास. ओके, अगेन बैटरी चार्जिंग यूनिट है. ओके, चार्जर नॉर्मली कुछ होता नहीं है, फर्स्ट 1 year 2 years नथिंग हैपेंड, बट ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम दे ऑल्सो गेट वर्न आउट. उनके कनेक्टर्स जो होते हैं वो ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाते हैं. सो लॉट टाइम द बैटरी डजंट गेट चार्ज. ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ योर बैटरी जस्ट साइकिल, लाइक 200 साइकिल्स हो जाता है, तो आपका बैटरी फुल चार्ज नहीं होता है, प्रॉपर चार्जिंग नहीं होता है. It start losing the charge sometimes very fast, or maybe it is not charging 100% also sometimes. Okay, So in that scenario, you need to observe what is what and accordingly necessary check your. Always label your batteries. Okay, if there are three, क्योंकि अभी normally पहले जब आप DJI के drones लेते थे तो आपका DJI drone के साथ एक ही बैटरी आता था, but nowadays DJI has started giving you three set of batteries with the charger. Okay, so you normally label the batteries, battery B1, B2, B3, so that you know which battery you are using. नहीं तो कभी कभी क्या होता है, तीन का सेट में एक ही बैटरी ज्यादा बार यूज होता है, बाकी का दो बैटरी चार्ज भी नहीं होता, यूज भी नहीं करते हो, until unless you are using all the three batteries in your missions. Okay, lot of time have that habit, so always label. So and follow the sequence. आपने B1 यूज किया तो B1 should go back for charging, then use B2. ऐसे नहीं कि B2 यूज किया तो वापस B1 यूज किया, use B3, B3 के बाद then use B1. Okay, so that follow that cycle so that आपका charging or discharging of the battery or usage of battery will be in a cycle, or that battery cycle is also. So all batteries will be sequentially used. Follow that procedure. Okay, here I'm just talking about three batteries. In agriculture drone flying, we normally carry 10 set of batteries. यानी 20 batteries are there with us. तो जो 20 बैटरी मैनेज करना इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट. चार्जिंग, कौन सा चार्ज है, कौन सा नहीं चार्ज है, कब चार्ज किया था. यू नीड टू मेंटेन अ बैटरी लॉग बुक ऑल्सो. एज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल ड्रोन पायलट यू नीड टू कीप अ ट्रैक. कौन सा बैटरी कब चार्ज किया था, कौन सा बैटरी चार्ज है, कौन सा बैटरी यूज किया था. यू नो, इफ यू हैविंग मल्टीपल ड्रोन्स, इमेजिन अगर मैं फील्ड में जा रहा हूँ, एग्रीकल्चर फ्लाइंग कर रहा हूँ, मल्टीपल फील्ड पे फ्लाई कर रहा हूँ, तो मे बी देर आर 1, 2, 3 drones I am carrying along with. So every drone will have 10 set of batteries. तो सोचो दो ड्रोन भी अगर लेके जाता हूँ तो 40 बैटरीज है मेरे पास. तो मेंटेनिंग 40 batteries is a difficult task in itself. That is the time when the co-pilot's role comes, because he keeps a track of this when the pilot is focusing on flying activities, mission activities and all this. तो co-pilot का काम यही होता है, to maintain. So he is giving support to his pilot in command. So depending upon, you can switch your, like when maybe half a day that person, the senior person becomes a pilot. In afternoon session he may say, okay, I will sit and monitor, you fly. So that's how the co-pilot will get an opportunity to fly also, right? Then only he will learn. नहीं कि वो हर टाइम से बैटरी मैनेज कर रहा है, बैटरी चार्ज कर रहा है, he is not doing flying, then he will never learn of flying and he never become a senior pilot or something. So when you are having a buddy, make sure even though you are senior, you train your guy, because that will ease your work. That way time sometimes you will get a period to relax also. Okay, so keep these aspects in time. Always try to give knowledge, always try to share. Nobody is going to take knowledge from you, or nobody is going to supersede you. Whatever you are sharing, you would also have learned it from somebody else. So always have that option to share the knowledge to the people, explain. Make sure that if you, the more better you train your co-pilot, the more easier for your will be. So you should have that kind of attitude of it. A lot of, you know, senior pilot क्या बोलता है, वो बड़ी को हमेशा सिर्फ चार्जिंग के लिए भेजेगा, वो फर्टिलाइजर इनपुट करने के लिए बोलेगा, all that kind of activity. For example, when I am at my drone site also, I have trained my electrician also to charge the batteries. Okay, or even how to set up the drone, how to get the drone ready. I have trained that to my electrician also. So sometimes I wanted some information, some data to be captured, I can ask him to do it remotely. नहीं तो मुझे उसके लिए इगतपुरी जाना पड़ेगा, or else I have to wait when I go for flying. Okay, so that is what it is. So some things which I can ask, I have trained to the people according to that. Okay, so when we are coming for our practicals, you take opportunity to charge the batteries, how to set up the charger, how to on the charger, how to start the charging process also, how to see the charging is completed or not. Take your time, you know, you should participate in this activity. I will be charging it, but I am charging, I am already aware it. But since you have come for learning, take that opportunity. Like student, I have always offered to the student, like you go, take the key, go into the store, monitor, change the battery yourself, and you know, document whatever, what is what, you know, all that things. I will tell you to do it yourself. See, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't do it, I will do it. But me doing is no point. You are come here for learning. Take that opportunity, because tomorrow you are not going to do all these things once you are out from the training site, right? So whatever time you are spending next 3 days from tomorrow, spend that considerable time for learning things on the drone technology. ठीक है? तो बैटरी इंस्पेक्शन, बल्जेस, डिफॉर्मिटीज, लीकेजेस है तो हमेशा डिस्कार्ड कर दो बैटरीज, रिप्लेस दैट विद अ फ्रेश सेट ऑफ न्यू बैटरीज. ओके, If there is, when you are measuring the voltages on the battery, if the difference in the cell voltage is less than 0.2 volts, you should always charge that battery to fullest. Okay, don't use the battery with the cell differences of 0.2 voltage. Okay, so this I will explain you right now. You may not understand what is what. When we use the meter and when we are testing the voltages of the battery cells, we'll come to know about it in detail. Okay, so most important part is, as of now from this slide, is if there is a swollen, leakages, bulge on the batteries, you should always replace that battery with a fresh set of batteries. Okay, don't use those kind of batteries. We talked about update on the drone firmware software. So if it is DJI drones and all the things, DJI recommends to have software always updated, firmware always updated. But for type certified drones, DGCA doesn't recommend for updatation. Okay, so depending upon what drones you are using, you have to take a call on this. Okay, again for the software also the same thing. Okay, so when you should schedule servicing. So you should schedule servicing for airframe, propellers, motor, gimbal, landing gear, camera, depending upon the usages. Okay, so जब भी आप सर्विसिंग कर रहे हो तो make sure that you are disconnecting the batteries and everything, and then you are doing the servicing. Whether you are changing the motor, you are changing the propeller, you are changing the airframe, whatever changes you are going to do, make sure that you dismantle, put it things properly, and do changes. When you change it back, you have to do all the check properly, and then only you should set. That's what we say. We normally take a test flight. Okay, so the if it is done by the service person or technician, he will normally do a test flight and he will make a remark: test flight done for 5 minutes, all things condition proper, functioning properly, found nothing problem or anything. He'll certify the drone. Okay, you have to make sure that you write, ask him to write. If he is not writing, you have to make him, ask him to write. He has to certify that this drone is good to fly. Okay, by another person. That is what he need to certify as a technician. Okay, the propellers, as I told you. So we'll discuss this in detail when we see the actual drone and propellers. Okay, changing of the propellers and all the things. Okay, so remove the damaged propeller, observe the propeller orientation, retrieve matching replacement. क्लॉकवाइज निकाल रहे हो तो क्लॉकवाइज ही डालना, काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज निकाल रहे हो तो काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज ही डालना. Okay, that is what it is trying to say. Okay, service the motor. In case your motor is faulty, not functioning properly, your drone is becoming unbalanced, you suspect that motor is problem, you can always replace the motor. Okay, so if you are aware how to do it, because that point in time you may have to open entire drone also, because wires will be going inside the canopy. So canopy भी आपको खोलना पड़ेगा and all that thing. So if you are not certified, you are not authorized to do it, don't do it. If your drone is under AMC and warranty, let the technician come and do these changes. Okay, because क्या आप मोटर जब रिप्लेस करोगे उसका फाइन ट्यूनिंग कॉन्फ़िगरेशन वो सब करना पड़ेगा. So which you may not be having the login for that, because most of the time OEMs doesn't give you that admin logins. Okay, so their service person or technician person will only come and do those activities. Okay, same goes for gimbal also. Gimbal also has motors, right? There are 2 motors, 3 axis है तो 3 motors भी हो सकते हैं. So depending upon type of gimbal में कभी-कभी problem हो सकता है, because this is also under the climatic conditions, right? Weather है, अगर आप कहाँ पे fly कर रहे हो, depending upon what condition you are flying. So gimbal है, camera है, landing gear है, all these would require some other day time servicing, like over the period of 1 year. Okay, आपका landing gear डाउन आउट हो जाता है. जैसे लैंडिंग गियर्स आर बीन प्रोटेक्टेड बाय रबर बुशिंग्स. ओके, तो अगर वो बुशिंग वन आउट हुआ है तो आप रिप्लेस करो. अगर बुशिंग्स नहीं है या लैंडिंग गियर में ही कुछ फॉल्ट आ गया, बैंड आ गया है, क्रैक आ गया है, तो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर टू रिमूव द लैंडिंग गियर्स आल्सो. रिप्लेस द लैंडिंग गियर विद गुड क्वालिटी बैक. ट्राई टू यूज एज मच एज OEM parts only. Don't try to use any kind of जुगाड़. एक बंदा था जिसने लैंडिंग गियर्स थे, उस मतलब लैंडिंग फ्रेम जो था वो OEM के जगह पे खराब हो गया. वो कार्बन फाइबर का था, तो उसने क्या किया, सिमिलर टाइप का मेटल का बना के लिया. तो उससे क्या हो गया, ड्रोन हेवी भी हो गया एंड वो प्रॉपर नहीं था. ओके, एक साइड थोड़ा सा बेंड था, मतलब सिमिलर नहीं बना था प्रॉपर. इफ ही गॉट फैब्रिकेटेड, तो फैब्रिकेशन में भी कभी कभी प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है. सो इफ यू आर नॉट मेकिंग इट प्रॉपरली आइडेंटिकल, then could cause problem. Ideally he should have कार्बन का नहीं तो एटलीस्ट एल्यूमिनियम का यूज करना चाहिए था. ही हैड यूज मेटल, स्टील का यूज किया था, तो वो थोड़ा हैवी हो गया था ड्रोन. So that was causing little bit flight problems and instability also. Okay, camera हो गया, and so that's it. So normally when you are doing a servicing, ideally 200 flights or 50-hour flight time is where you have to do your comprehensive servicing of your drone. Okay, and then all the first thing is always make sure that you do structural inspection of your drones. If not possible, try to call engineer or service technician to do the maintenance part for your drone. Keep a record of your maintenance. Keep a record of all the equipments which are being changed during the maintenance period. Okay, अगर propeller change किया तो propeller, motor change किया तो motor, अगर आपने any component landing gear change किया है, कभी GPS component change कर दिया, then you have to antennas change किया है, so anything what you change apart from remote control and the flight control, these two components you cannot change because that is tagged to your UIN number. So it is not advisable to change those components. In that scenario, you may have to consult your OEM or you have to take a decision to deregister that drone, replace it, and then register back in that drone. Okay, for us, since our drone is also tagged to the RPTO, so we cannot change like that because our drones are being also linked to our RPTOs. So any addition, deletion, we have to input to DGCA also back. Okay, अगर मैंने ये ड्रोन निकाला दूसरा ड्रोन भी डालता हूँ और एडिंग द ड्रोन्स भी करता हूँ, whatever I do, I have to intimate to DGCA about it. Okay, and they might suggest any audit or anything required, or they may ask me to share some reports or pictures, whatever I am changing or doing this thing in the drones. Okay, so any questions you have, or we are good for taking the break? Okay, before taking the break, let's take up some questions. Okay, another 10 minutes we will take some questions and then we'll go for a break. I hope yesterday you would have got the sample question paper and you would have got the idea. Right? Any questions on the question paper? Any questions you want specifically to talk? No? There is a question in the chat window. You can refer. Okay. Angle of attack. Okay, so this is little bit tricky question over here. Pitch motion in aircraft. Okay, it is aircraft. That means talking about aircraft. So aircraft में normally it is elevators. Okay, propeller से आप pitch motion कैसे change करते हो? By increasing the speed of propeller. Okay, so this is little bit tricky. The right answer could be B as well as D also. Okay, but normally since it is aircraft, pitch motion in drone is controlled by. So drone में there is no ailerons, there is no elevator, there is no rudder. So right answer then in that scenario would be propeller, or maybe pitch motion is used in aircraft by UAE. ऐसा अगर कुछ specifically लिखा रहेगा तो since it is an aircraft, that means we are assuming aeroplane. So in aeroplane it is normally a elevator. So for this particular question, it is not specifying anything. Okay, about whether what type of aircraft it is. So we are assuming it is an aeroplane or a fixed wing kind of thing. So it could be elevator is the right answer. But अगर UAE लिखा रहता या drone लिखा हुआ रहता, तो in that scenario it could be propeller. Correct. So thrust is the right answer. Thrust, which force tries to move the aircraft forward. Okay. Let me. I'm giving you a question which I have not discussed. Okay. Any idea you have? Anyway, I'm telling you I have not discussed about this. That's why it may be difficult for you to understand. The right answer for this is flight information region. So basically, our India is divided into four regions. Okay, I will share you that picture also. So this is not with respect, since this is not respect to drones. Okay, this is more of related to aviation. Okay, this question is basically from this is only for your understanding or learning perspective. Basically, India is divided into four regions. Okay, one is Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Calcutta. Okay, so these four regions are called flight information region. So after region, एक particular region है. So when you are in particular region FIR, so similarly, Pakistan will have one region. What is that? Sri Lanka will have its own one region. Bangladesh will have its own region. So they have their own region. Whereas India is a big geographical country, that's why the entire area is divided into four regions. Okay. So depending, like Pakistan may also have two, depending upon the area size. How they want to manage. Okay, since India is a very big country, we have divided into four. Actually, we have five, in fact. Okay, but why I'm saying four? Because the fifth one is not actually a direct fifth one. It is a sub part of the Kolkata region. That is northeast, Guwahati. So Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. These are the four FIRs. Okay, the region is divided. Fifth one is Guwahati, but that is a sub region or sub FIR under Kolkata. Okay, that's how we have five FIRs. We normally say four or five. Okay. Correct. So normally in aviation or aeronautical communication, we always use UTC. ओके सो इवन लॉगबुक जब आप फिल करोगे तो आपका टाइम्स आप जब उसमें एंटर करोगे आप यूटीसी में फिल करना है आपको, नॉट बाय नॉर्मल टाइम लाइक मैंने 9 बजे फ्लाइट किया तो 9 बजे एंट्री करूंगा, नहीं, यू हैव टू माइनस दैट 5:30. तो माइनस 5:30 ऑफ 9 इज व्हाट 4 ना 4:30 3:30 सॉरी 3:30 होगा राइट. 3 प्लस हाफ 4 प्लस 5 इज 9. So 3:30 will be your time. So are you getting an idea how the questions would be there in the exam? Are you getting now sense of all our training, what we have done? More or less the questions will be coming from whatever I have spoken, whatever I have taught, and the summary sheet. So drone rules 2021 and the summary sheet. These two documents only you have to read. Go through them. Don't read here and there, left, right, anything. Net पे जाने की जरूरत नहीं, कुछ नहीं. Okay. You have learned, you have heard me for last 2 days, and whatever I have documents, 2 documents I have shared you. In fact, 4 documents. You can refer all the 4 documents for preparing for your theory test. Okay, so B is a drone with 2 or more rotors. Very good. Okay. Correct. Control motor speed and direction. Yeah, Shubham.
Actually, small difference can be put a little answer because
Sorry, I'm not.
can be 5 minutes early.
नहीं अभी ब्रेक ही, अभी लंच ब्रेक होगा, अभी लंच ब्रेक होगा. In a minute we'll have a lunch break.
Okay.
हो गया अपना. I mean we'll meet after a break only now.
Okay.
We'll be meeting up around 2:30 then. I'm just giving you questions, some questions, one or two more questions I will give you. C, right? Disconnect the battery and power of the drone before doing any change, any structural things you are doing it. Right. Which of the following factors do not vary with the atmosphere? Because time to kuch nahi hai na. Time is altogether different thing. Time is constantly changing, so definitely it is going to change. But it is nothing to do with the atmosphere. And the last question. Okay. QFE refers to QFE. QFE मतलब क्या हो गया? Field elevation, right? It refers to what? See, I'll tell you a logic to answer multiple choice questions. When you read the questions and you see there are 4 options available, so you have to understand first what are the wrong answers. So certainly you are able to gauge or judge there are possibility ये 2 answers wrong तो है ही. Okay, so out of 4, 2 तो automatic eliminate हो जाएगा. Then you left with 2 possible answers. कभी कभी ऐसे होता है ना कि 2 आंसर ये भी हो सकता है, ये भी हो सकता है, हमको ऐसे लगता है, राइट? हम सोचते हैं क्या हो सकता है, what could be possible. So those are 2 answers. Out of that 2, one is right and one could be more or less right या maybe wrong भी हो सकता है. Okay, so there is only one possibility of right answers. तो आप refer करो each answer को with the question back. Okay, so जैसे runway length, wind speed. So QFE is nothing to do with the wind speed. Here we are talking about altitude, right? Height, or it could be referred to pressure. So wind speed का तो कोई लेना देना नहीं है इसमें, तो automatic D answer is wrong. QFE is nothing to do with aircraft weight, यानी C भी मेरा wrong है. रनवे लेंथ, रनवे का और QFE का क्या रिलेशन है? कुछ नहीं है. इट इज ओनली रेफरेंस पॉइंट. ओके, सो अगेन माय आंसर ए इज रॉन्ग. So definitely right answer would be aerodrome barometric pressure. Okay, so you have to read answer. कभी कभी आंसर या क्वेश्चन में ही आंसर छुपा हुआ रहता है. So you have to evaluate. So this is called as process of elimination. So first you find out which are 100% wrong. Right? जो सबसे रॉन्ग आंसर्स है वो पहले एलिमिनेट करो. सो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको प्रोबेबिलिटी बढ़ता है. अभी कैसे 4 आंसर्स है, 4 में एक राइट है, सो आपका प्रोबेबिलिटी 25% है. बट अगर मैंने 2 निकाल दिया तो आई नो दोस 2 आर आउट, सो रिमेनिंग ओनली 2 आंसर्स. तो 2 आंसर्स है तो मेरा प्रोबेबिलिटी 50% हो गया. इफ आउट ऑफ दिस 50% प्रोबेबिलिटी आई फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज द की वर्ड, तो मेरा प्रोबेबिलिटी 100% होता है. सो मेरा प्रोबेबिलिटी फ्रॉम 25% आई एम इंक्रीजिंग to 50 से 100 जा रहा हूं. So this is how you should answer the multiple choice questions. Okay, now last question and then we'll have a break. What is the value of a standard atmospheric pressure? Okay, so it is 1013.25 hectopascal. Okay, so answer B is right. उन्होंने decimal point ignore किया है, that's why. So don't get confused. Sometimes people, you know, कभी-कभी 1025 हेक्टोपास्कल भी लोग सिलेक्ट करते हैं. So it is 1013.25 अगर decimal में है तो. Okay, so correct answer is B. Okay, so any question?